Hello everyone. In this video, we will discuss PM Modi's first foreign visit of the year 2022, in which he went on a crisp visit of Europe. Hello and welcome. You are watching the Cosmopolitical Journals. So let's get started. Recently, Prime Minister Narendra Modi traveled abroad for the first time in 2022, and the significance of the Prime Minister's journey to Europe could be understood in the context of the ongoing Russia-Ukraine war. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's trip to Germany, Denmark and France came at a time when the area is facing numerous challenges as a result of the Russia's ongoing war with Ukraine. The Prime Minister on his trip's first stopover in Germany met with the German Chancellor Olaf Scholz, after which he travelled to Copenhagen at the invitation of his Danish counterpart Mette Frederiksen to undertake bilateral engagements and attend the second India-Nordic Summit. PM Modi later made a quick stopover in Paris on his way back to India for a meeting with the French President Emmanuel Macron. PM Narendra Modi has tweeted about his visits to Germany, Denmark and France as a visit for important bilateral and multilateral engagements. Here's a closer look at the Prime Minister's frantic 3 days, 3 nations trip, and according to sources, the Prime Minister would have 25 busy engagements totaling around 65 hours. In the first leg of his tour, PM Narendra Modi met with the German Federal Chancellor Olaf Scholz upon his arrival in Berlin. The two leaders co-chaired the 6th intergovernmental consultations between India and Germany. This was PM's first meeting with German Chancellor Olaf Scholz, who succeeded Angela Merkel in December last year. Where on one hand, Angela Merkel was very close-fisted about her stance towards India, the new Chancellor is looking a bit optimistic about their friendly relations with this giant superpower of the changing world order, that is, India. Point to be noted here is that Chancellor Scholz also visited India in 2012 when he was the mayor of city of Hamburg of Germany. Following his visit to Germany, PM Narendra Modi flew to Copenhagen for attending the second India-Nordic Summit held by Denmark at Danish Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen's invitation. For those who don't know, Nordic countries means northernmost 5 countries of Europe, including Denmark, Sweden, Finland, Norway and Iceland. In 2018, India initiated contact with the Nordic countries with the goal of exploring new areas of cooperation amongst them. The important thing to be noted here vis-a-vis this Nordic summit is that India is at par with the USA to have such a joint summit with these Nordic countries. And what makes this summit even more crucial is the geographical proximity of these Nordic countries to Ukraine-Russia war zone, vis-a-vis India's strategic and historical proximity on one hand and benign relations on the other hand with both the belligerent nations, that is Russia and Ukraine respectively. PM Modi was cited as highlighting the summit's focus on issues related to post-pandemic economic recovery, climate change, innovation and technology, renewable energy, the evolving global security scenario, and India-Nordic cooperation in the Arctic region. PM Modi also met with Her Majesty Queen Margrethe II of Denmark in addition to these bilateral and multilateral discussions. PM Modi later travelled to Paris to meet his friend Emmanuel Macron after successfully completing his visits to Germany and Denmark. Whereas Macron, on the other hand, has made history by becoming the first and only French president to be re-elected since Jacques Chirac. About his tour of France, PM Modi earlier expressed that he and President Macron would share assessments on various regional and global issues and would take stock of ongoing bilateral cooperations. He also stated that India and France share the same vision and values for the global order and hence they must work together in close cooperation. Now let's talk about the real importance of this visit. The fact that PM Modi's journey to Europe coincides with Russia's continuous aggression against Ukraine is in fact very much important. India has maintained a neutral posture on this matter and continues to conduct business with Russia in the fields of arms and oil. Also, the point to be noted here is that foreign ministers from the United Kingdom, Poland, Portugal, Luxembourg, the Netherlands, and Norway, as well as the European Commission's president, have paid their visits to India in recent weeks. Hence, this European visit of Indian Premier has turned many heads globally because of the growing anti-Russia sentiments in the Western world, vis-a-vis growing stature of India both diplomatically as well as economically. Also, earlier the West, especially USA and UK, tried to contain Russia by tactically pressurizing India for taking on anti-Russia stance. But India held its ground firmly and had signaled Europe and USA to take a walk because of their hollow grandstanding, regardless of their own business dealings with Russia simultaneously, which was sheer hypocrisy. Thus, the West, especially Europe, is looking at India as a more reliable, trustworthy, and dynamic partner, at least in the current tense situations in the European continent. Rather, it would not be wrong or exaggeration to say that world polity wants India to play a key role in resolving this European conflict so that it may not become a global conflict. And India, on the other hand, is very confident and positive about her increased responsibilities as a leading global power. So let's wait and see how things pan out in the coming days. For now, thank you very much for your valuable time. Have a nice day.